I'm a cultured otaku with a great taste in anime and everybody like that, and since no one has ever asked what I, Severson, look for in an anime, I will tell you here and now, and the answer is fan service, flashy fight scenes that make no sense, power scaling, and shipping wars. I love me some ships, hashtag Tododeku. And there we go, you all know. So how about leaving a like and subscribing? Wait, you want more? Oh, okay then, I guess I could go through my 5 favourite anime / manga series of all time and tell you why I like them. Ready, set, go. Hunter x Hunter is my favourite anime ever and is objectively the best shonen series ever written. And all this high praise is well deserved, as every part of this series is done to an incredible degree. The most striking of these aspects is easily the series' characters, as they are honestly some of the best written characters out of anything I've read, watched or played. Killua's character development alone is one of the best I've ever seen, and we haven't even talked about the development of Gon, Kurapika, Muriel, or any of the series' other amazing characters. Each arc of the show is distinct in its score, visual style and themes, and the way Takashi excludes and includes certain characters from each arc shows his skill as a writer, being able to use characters when they are most appropriate and fitting the theming of each respective arc. Gon is a likeable but psychologically complex protagonist, which is shown best in the legendary Chimera Ant arc, and Killua is a fun character with a depressing childhood trauma that only helps endear you to his character. Hunter x Hunter also has my favourite scene in anime period, that being Gon's transformation scene, which you can see a whole video about here up top, and some of my favourite original anime music also comes from this show. Hunter x Hunter has stellar writing, fantastic characters, thought-provoking themes, lovely animation, a sick score and some of the best fights in anime, with Nen fights being an absolute highlight to me, especially as I do love my wacky anime powers. So there's no question as to why this series is my favourite of all time, and it really encapsulates what I look for in anime to the fullest extent. However, whereas I love Hunter x Hunter for all the reasons I just discussed, I love my second favourite series of all time for similar but ultimately much different reasons, and this series is Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's has all the great aspects I enjoy in Hunter x Hunter, with a stellar score, a nice evolving animation style, great story beats, amazing characters, and crazy wacky anime superpowers in the form of stands. But despite both series sharing all these aspects, they both feel to me, at least, like totally different animals. And although you could chalk this up to tonal differences and whatnot, I think it's simply a result of two skilled writers writing two different series. The greatest asset of JoJo's as a series is that it splits itself up into parts. These parts, although interlinked in both themes and characters, all feel unique and allow Araki to tell a different and compelling story of each part without straying away from the core of JoJo's. And although Hunter x Hunter does a similar thing with each arc varying in tone, nature and theme, it is nowhere near as grandiose as the era and in some parts of the universe skipping parts of JoJo's. Each of JoJo's protagonists feel different and nuanced, while still holding true to the core of the honourable first JoJo, Part 1 Phantom Blood's Jonathan Joestar. And by having lots of smaller stories, Araki is able to show the life experiences of many characters from all manner of settings and backgrounds, and since parts can be as short as 9 episodes, he doesn't have to worry about stretching out a character's story just to keep them relevant. And besides all this, JoJo's has a flair unlike anything I've ever seen in anime or manga, and this is something I can't put my finger on. I could describe it as comedy or meme potential, but something about JoJo's is just so bizarre, but at the same time, so JoJo's. Be it the dramatic iced tea drinking scene in part 3, the torture dance in part 5, Jolene's showcase of flipping someone off from around the world, or Gyro's song about mozzarella cheese. There's just something so JoJo's about JoJo's, and why it is my second favourite series of all time. Oh, and it has lots of music references, and I love me some references. See my video on references in anime, shameless plug. Now, whereas Hunter and JoJo's not your conventional battle shonen, my third favourite is, and that is My Hero Academia. And I know that sounds really normy, but allow me to explain. My Hero Academia is a series I like way too much for what it is, as although I'm not saying the series is badly written or anything, I feel plot-wise it's weaker than both the series I've already discussed. However, I love every part of this show, and as a result can't bring myself to not adore it. I love pretty much every character in the show, especially those in Class 1A, which if you want me to go into detail on, then just go watch my Class 1A ranked video. And I very much enjoy how each character is slowly being developed as the series goes on. For example, Ayama is a character who doesn't have much impact on the story, but over this series has developed so much, and now I kind of feel bad for putting him at the bottom of my Class 1A ranked video. Besides the great characters, My Shonen Academia also has more crazy anime powers, and some pretty interesting and visually pleasing fight scenes. The themes of the series, especially in the most current arc in the manga, are top notch, and the show explores the logistics of a superpower society way better than people give it credit for, which you can learn about more in this video here. Although I do like the score in My Herpes Anime, it ain't anywhere close to Hunter's or JoJo's in my opinion, but nonetheless it's still great. However, if there's one thing about the show I ain't too big a fan of, it's the protagonist in Midoriya, or Deku, or Izuku, or Small Might, or Bitch, or whatever you want to call Mr. Soy Boy. And although I do like Midoriya, I wouldn't even compare him to any of the JoJos or Gon. But in all fairness, Deku is the perfect protagonist for the story Horikoshi is trying to tell, and it fits the My Hero story so well. Similarly to how Naruto and especially Sasuke ain't good characters, but are the characters that were needed to tell the Naruto story, and are such a good protagonists, but bad characters. Oh, and I guess mine Hamburger a Chameleon did give us the best girl Jiro, so actually this series is better than Hunter x Hunter, and that's a fact. One Piece is a series that means a lot to me. It's my favourite manga ever written, and at the moment for the first time in like a decade the anime is quite good. Without sounding like a broken dial, characters are stellar, the emotion is real, the story is surprisingly deep, and the overall themes of dreams and freedom is one of my favourite thematics in all of anime and manga. Although like My Mum is an Academia, One Piece often is just passed off as a standard shonen shit, but these people are wrong. One Piece is a series that will have you hooked, and I know that firsthand. I read all 900 plus chapters of the manga in 2 months, which I don't know how I did because it's taken me forever to finish Naruto, so who knows. Basically, One Piece is great, and Oda, or should I say Goda, should be very proud, as One Piece is a series that is just so good I can't really explain why I love it so much. And now rereading the script back, I sure do love saying love a lot, so keeping this video fresh, I'll from now on substitute the word love with the Japanese word for love, that being I, and I hope Google Translate it lying to me. So for the 5th and final series I want to discuss in this video, we have Drumroll Please, Natsu no Taizai, or if you're an intellectual, 7 Deadly Sins. This one, not that one. I made the mistake of actually watching this one instead of this one the other day, so yeah, this one with the talking pig. Nice! And since my last 7 Deadly Sins video got copyright striked, because we live in a society, I'm going to do a pro gaming move and tilt the video, so this way my video can't be copyright detected. See, I've just beaten the system, you should all bow down to me. And since I just fixed all of Nuxtaku's problems, I'm now officially the best AniTuber on this platform. Okay, so after all that meme-tacular filler, let's actually adapt half a page of manga and stretch it out in 24 minutes. Nice! 7 Deadly Sins is, yes, another goddamn shonen, and although I do appreciate the flashy fights and fan service, it is yet again the characters and the themes of the series that I see, you thought I forgot about that stupid gimmick, but you were wrong as Seth. But honestly, out of all the series I've talked about so far, minus Hunter, I think Sins has the best characters. Or maybe that's just because I relate to them, I'm not sure. And I know I've said it before, but the 7 Deadly Sins is just one big group therapy session, and I it. Each character from the diverse cast has their own mental and philosophical issues that through the course of the series they learn to overcome. I mean, you have Meliodas' rage, Barn and his feelings of hollow depression, Escanor's mentality of seeing himself as a monster, or Jericho's unhealthy attraction to Ban and their feelings of futileness because of her gender. All these characters undergo such real and natural growth that if it really endears you to them, like they are real people. And as someone who has suffered from depression, I relate to these characters so much more than I think I would otherwise. And unlike the other 4 series that I from a combination of the score, animation, characters, themes and whatnot, when it comes to 7 Deadly Sins, it's all about the characters for me, front and centre, as although I do enjoy the lore, the fights and the comedy, and even to an extent the romance, this show has some unironically amazing romance. The characters are what kept me watching, and then kept me reading, currently in the manga. I care for these characters if they are real people. I know that sounds a bit corny, but what can I say? Because I am Seth the Sin and I have a dream. The dream to become the biggest otaku in the world. Bada bing bada boom. You have just been bamboozled, my friend, as this video was just my top 5 favourite anime video in disguise. And if you don't agree with me that these are the best 5 anime/manga ever made, you are a baka. But reality is often disappointing, so if you disagree then that's fine, and if you could spare the time, tell me about it in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear what everyone else thinks and what your opinions are on the 5 series I talked about today. And if you are a My Mum Does a Lot of Drugs Academia fan, then please be nice, because when I'm being nice about the series, the Ravenous my fair hands try to rip out my throat, and when I'm memeing about the show, they try to nuke me. So please be nice, you damn dirty weebs. Also, if you want to hear my stupid opinions and stuff outside of these videos, then follow my Twitter, as it's an overall fun time. God, I've been rambling on for way too long, so I'll just end it by saying I, all my viewers, whether you were subbed or not, and with all that said, I've been Seth the Sin, the Deadly Sin of Geek, and I am signing out. Seth! Nice!